Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous, with me, Bring It On. Let's return to Dresden to do some Crusade management. Alright, so that doesn't really matter. We should probably do a main Spellcaster's Lodge. And that's probably all I need, but building more buildings does give us more logistics experience points, so I think I'm going to just drop a couple more buildings here because I can. Oh, the Helmsman. There you are, my treasure. Out of the blue, a ghostly image of the Helmsman materializes before you. I've been looking all over for you. Well, are you ready to go on a new voyage? Yes, I'm ready. Marvelous. I'll be waiting for you at the Murky Grotto. So that'll be the final stretch of that DLC. Lady Konami doesn't look nearly as confident or bold as before. Commander, what a blessing it is to have you back. Mendev is in need of your help. There's been a revolt in Nerosyan. The disgruntled nobles are completely out of control. They proclaimed the Royal Council dissolved and arrested several of its members. Many politicians were accused of collaborating with the demons. Some were executed, others were torn apart by the crowd. The first treasurer has fled. Is fighting in the streets between mercenaries hired by the aristocrats and the guard, who is loyal to the Royal Council. Dresden has received letters from the insurgents, as well as from the loyal servants of the crown, requesting your support. But both the Royal Council and I have faith that you will elect to defend the legitimate authority. This faith is not misplaced, is it? Lady Konami regards you with a devotion you've never seen in her before. If the powerful have gone mad and are spilling blood in the streets, there's only one force that can stop them: the Church. We'll appeal to the clerics to intervene in this conflict. Their voices will be heard. Why would we bother saving the Royal Council? So you keep pushing us around? I propose we publicly support the nobles. If a few esteemed elders were to depart from the council, it wouldn't be a terrible loss for the nation. I know a thiefling, Zarsi. She's from the River Kingdoms. She's a merchant, and a Kingmaker, actually. She was saying something about a young state over in the Stolen Lands that managed to cobble together a proper, cohesive nation from a bunch of riffraff. Pretty slick, considering how tricky it was to make them not hate each other's guts. Want to invite them to help us patch things up. So Nerosyan first demanded, but now is asking. The situation in the capital must really be grim. You are absolutely right, Commander. I admit, the Royal Council hasn't shown you the proper respect and... Of course not. Amicability. I myself brought this to their attention on numerous occasions. Lady Konami's posture is full of repentance. But trust me when I say that none of them wished you ill, and they all shared the unshakable belief that you're the savior of our nation. Why is there rioting in Nerosyan? Without Her Majesty's steady hand, the capital has fallen into decay. Some are settling old scores. Others have discovered new opportunities. Mendev is accustomed to following a highly respected leader. The only one who can protect the throne from greedy hands is you, Commander. Lady Kenomi gives you a deep bow, exuding remorse and obedience. What's the situation in the capital? The Royal Council, Her Majesty's most trusted civil servants and public officials, have long been in conflict with many powerful Mendevian aristocrats. The former had connections and influence. The latter had their family names, riches, and personal armies comprised of mercenaries, sworn knights, and commoners. For many years, their strife was latent and civilized. Coercion, bribery, intrigue. But the nobility spotted an opportune moment. They decided to overthrow the clique of dignitaries that has usurped royal power. That is what they call the Council. A series of arrests ensued, but the Royal Council found its own supporters and retaliated. Currently, numerous aristocrats are assembling their forces in the capital. The Supreme Court building now serves as the base of operations for the new Royal Council formed by the leaders of the nobility. The old Royal Council is holding Her Majesty's castle, the treasury, and the guard headquarters. Every so often, skirmishes break out in the streets. Many civil servants have left their workplaces, and the townspeople are fleeing the city. The capital is paralyzed. I'd like to hear the Council's opinions. Of course, but I implore you, do not delay. Every minute counts. Social, what can the Church do in a situation like this? Become a living wall between the opposing sides. Call for mercy, and if necessary, warn them about heaven's wrath. People sometimes forget their conscience, and that's what clerics are for. In the end, they remind the people that we're in the middle of a holy war. And who do you think called the shots in the Royal Council before, my good sir cleric? Its leaders, the Paladin and the Inquisitor. In other words, the pious people, just like the ones you want to ask for help. Darren, why should we support the nobility? They'll form a new Royal Council. It's certainly possible that they'll end up being exactly the same. Hypocrites, boors, and schemers. But firstly, it will be a new, refreshing set of hypocrites, boors, and schemers. And secondly, they'll remember who it was who helped them rise to power, and won't demand at every turn that we kiss their banner. You're mistaken if you think that those nobles will be better than the Royal Council. They at least knew the boundaries that had been set by the Queen. But a band of nobles who see supreme power will believe that they're entitled to anything, and that's a fair point. Why stop there? Woljev, what was that about the River Kingdoms? Zarsi, a friend of mine, was telling me about this kingdom and the Stolen Lands, how it was made. For centuries, all kinds of rabble and outcasts were gathered there, and then this new leader appeared, and the whole mishmash became a solid nation. So it got me thinking, they're so darn good at making different sorts see eye to eye. Maybe we could put them to use here. They might butter up some folks and give the others a scare, but whatever. It'll chill the hotheads, eh? Anyone who calls on foreigners to solve their country's problems is just asking for an intervention. We have no right to show Mendev's weakness to other nations. Lady Kenomi, do you really expect me to support the Royal Council? Commander, neither they nor I were ever your enemies. We're doing our duty, although we may have been unwise and presumptuous on occasion. But I assure you, all mistakes have been addressed. By being generous, you only demonstrate just how wrong the capital was about you, and teach them a lesson. Wow, this is some small-time thief chatting up the judge stuff, Your Honor. Sorry, Your Honor. I've seen the error of my ways. I was wrong, but I've learned my lesson. Please be generous. Cut the crap. We've been around. We know what those promises are worth. I've heard everything I need. Then I hope you'll make the right decision. Alright, so we just tell Kenomi no. So declaring independence. All generals gain +7 bonus to power, adds 100,000 finance points, 10,000 material points, and 4,000 energy points. This decree can be issued only once. If I support the council, we'll get valuable relic from the treasury. Goggles of Quick Grasp. These goggles grant the wearer a +15 competence bonus or persuasion skill checks, as well as all lore and knowledge skill checks. Alright, then if we ask help from the River Kingdom, so masterpiece from an artisan of a distant land. You'd actually get this in Kingmaker as well. Whoever drinks this elixir will permanently gain a +2 inherent bonus to all ability scores. Not sure how that helps out the situation in Nerosyan, but sure. It's from gift from nobility. We get a family heirloom. Cloak of Astounding Prowess. Whenever the wearer of this Cloak of Resistance +5 lands a killing blow, all enemies in a 15-foot radius must pass a will saving throw DC 32 or become blinded for 4 rounds. That's actually pretty good. And in Social, a gift from the High Priest, we get a Holy Relic, Robe of Angelic Prudence. This robe grants its wearer a +4 enhancement bonus to Charisma and Wisdom ability scores. It also allows the wearer to cast Angelic Aspect Greater at will as a 20th level Cleric. So I do think option 5 might be the best for a lawful good paladin, and I'm one that's romancing Galfrey. But option 2 isn't too far out of left field either. Personally, I want to side with Woljiv, because I like the River Kingdoms, I like the callback to your character from the first game. Also, I think you get a letter from Octavia if you take this one. But I'm gonna side with Social this time. A Social, who asks the church to intervene in this conflict. The word of truth will stop the bloodshed. My hopes rest on the High Priest of Nerosyan. He is an honorable man. I apologize once more for all the misunderstandings we've had in the past, Commander. I thank you, and I won't take any more of your time. As soon as the situation in Nerosyan changes, I'll immediately convene the Diplomatic Council to give you a full report. Let's get some more Devas for Silverhill's army. We do not abide weaklings. The character of every knight is forged by a succession of privations and torments. You lot must lead a sweet life indeed. You have to rustle up privation and torment specially. For us folks in villages, those things happen all on their own. Tidings from Gundrun, War Chief. Bad ones. The town is besieged. They need help. Another message from the wolf. No, from the shaman this time. Ascena sent me a message by Raven. Who is besieging them? Demons, probably. Who else? He didn't say Oglins. Good for him. The message is a little muddled on the details. Must have sent it in a panic, which itself is a bad sign. We're going to Gundrun's aid. Spoken like a true war chief. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Help is coming. Alright, well, I guess, let's check the, decrees. But yeah, I guess we'll do Ulbricht's quest first. That is in the opposite direction of where every other quest is at. Oh, let's go talk to Regil as well. By go, I mean just click on him right there. How are you doing without your squad or your rank of Paralictor? Regil shrugs his shoulders. It's given me little cause for emotion. I'm a competent leader, but for me, leadership has never been an end in itself. Any position that allows me to effectively achieve my goals will suffice. As your companion and subordinate, I'm no less capable of contributing to the fight against the world wound than I would be as an officer of a chapter. Fair enough.
I'm gone.
Alright, let's go to the streets. Let's have a couple things I want to sell.
We do it my way.
I picked up more materials for crafting too. We can talk to the storyteller. Nope, not yet.
Follow if you dare.
I really should be using the Chainmail of Camaraderie. I'm just gonna sell that. I need to give that back to Sela as well. Alright, let's just go ahead and sell that. Not gonna use these. I should probably have that on Bismuth. So these three on Bismuth. Actually, let me give that to Bismuth as well. Not going to use that anymore. I will hold on to that. We could probably give that to Sela, actually. Actually, we can give this to Trevor. Yeah, I should have sold that one helmet, but he's rocking 50 armor class. That's pretty good. Because what does Sela have? 51, and he's right there at that, so good for him. Alright, we can give this a shot. I don't have high hopes necessarily. I know this group might turn the tides though. Also, did I build in this town? Or this outpost? The Kingmaker, they were towns and villages. Alright, I did. We could just teleport them over here, but where's the fun in that? Oh, absolutely pursue. Setsuna's shy needs to stretch his legs. And his fireball flinging fingers. Oh, we don't have channel negative energy yet. Alright, errand complete. I mean, not much of an ambush, is it? Oh no, you got me! What will Setsuna's shy ever do? Ah, shucks. Not even sure if I'd call that an errand, because that implies there's some sort of work involved, and there really wasn't. Alright, we give this a shot. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna quick save. And there's a save at the beginning of battle too, so I probably should have used some of those spells I had to make it a little easier. Oh, that didn't work. All right. Back here and get away from that guy. Hopefully the shield bearers take the hit. I'm glad he can't misclick. I definitely clicked on the shield bearers when it came to the oh wow, took him right out. Ah, almost. Alright. Wasn't necessarily a hard fight, but we were at the risk of actually losing units, which is never good. A low rumbling comes from the mouth of the volcano. Crude drawings cover the surrounding stones, indicating that this place was once used for sacrifices to the fire in the depths. These drawings are much older than Sarkoris, but powerful demons manage to subjugate both the energy of this place and its keeper spirits. Daily income increased, energy points times 4. And we leveled up. Cure Wounds is always just good to have, so let's grab that. Because we have no other sustain in that army. And with that, we can probably take out this army too. Huzzah! Took a little while, but we got there. The Demon Pack was defeated. Its leader, huge, disgustingly fat, and covered with accessories from head to toe, fought fiercely till the end, protecting his riches. After the Crusaders take all the trinkets off the demon's corpse and toss them in a pile, they can't help but wonder how he could even move when burdened with so much gold. The resources found, finance points times 12,000. Alright, let's get to Current Glen, and hope we come across a skeletal merchant. No such luck, it looks like. Oh. How do we stop? Oh, the day ended. Alright, pull him back and have him wait for reinforcements. Alright, let's rest up, and then we'll call it here. Oops. I never find the words to describe how I felt when I saw Elmade. One thing I can say is that I'm glad she appeared when we had just won back Dresden. It would have been embarrassing otherwise. I am glad for you. You saw your goddess with your own eyes. You're lucky enough to experience such a thing in their lifetime. No, I couldn't read that. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we will do Ulbricht's quest. Or start it, anyway. And go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.